Good morning, friends. Thank you, as always, for being willing to hop on here at a moment's notice. Y'all are amazing. I just need the extra motivation today. So I decided to come on here with y'all to get it. So I'm happy you're here. I didn't sleep super well last night, so I'm a little bit groggy today. You know how it goes. Do ya? The light, y'all. The light. Let me try to fix it. Well, hello, friend. You know, when I do these in the very early hours, not that 10 a.m. is early for me, it makes me excited for which friends can be here. I'm going to try fixing my light before everyone hops on. Hi, Lexi. Hi, Sarah. Hello, everyone. Okay. There. That balances a little better. 8 a.m. here. Been working for an hour. Oh my gosh. Love it. Hi, Lena. How are you, my sweet friend? I have all my makeup lined up. So, like I said, this is going to be kind of a combo situation. First, I'm going to finish getting ready. I just put my base layer on. And then I have LifeBlood to finish is the main goal. I'm annotating this for a couple of patrons, and just been hard to focus because I've been getting distracted a lot. And then I made a really stupid decision. I mean, it's not stupid because I'm having a great time, but I'm rereading the Illuminae files. And that was a mistake because I can't just listen to the Illuminae files and do other stuff. I sit with it and I'm following through this book, and then I'm like, Jennifer, this is not how audiobooks are supposed to work for you, but I can't help it. And in this book, in this one, a bunch of my favorite romance narrators just pop up. And 4 years ago, the first time I read these, I didn't know who any of these narrators were. They were just random people. And then, not to call anyone out, but this very sexy British deep voice comes on, and I'm like, oh, I know who that is. And some other ones too. And I'm like, oh my God, I love it. So I haven't been as productive as I could be, but that's okay. And then also I have an arc for Love on the Brain, which I was so excited to get when I got it. And I got it 3 months ago. And it came out today, and I just haven't read it, and I'm disappointed in myself because it came out today and I want to read it, but I told a couple of my friends this. It's actually making me feel kind of dumb because there are just so many science terms in it, which is great for people in STEM to have a romance that is in what they want. But for me, I just want us to get to the swoony shit, and there's so much science in the front end that I'm I know this is going to be good, but my brain can't handle it. So since the audiobook will be out now, I'll probably grab that to help me get through it, because then I need to do the do-over, which, I've got to read that soon. So anyway, that's enough of me bitching. I'm actually going to show you guys some clothes that I got the other day because I'm obsessed with them. And I wanted to share the love because they're amazing. But let me go through some of these. I went to my favorite store. That's the thing. These aren't revolutionary. They're literally from Maurice's. I pretty much only shop at Maurice's. because I worked there and they fit when I wore plus size clothes. And now that I don't have to wear plus size clothes, their clothes also fit. So it's strange. But anyway, Daniela, you're working and listening. Love it. Was watching your new video. Yeah, y'all have had a great response to the new video. I thought you might. I mean, you can't really do that video with a straight face because it's pretty funny, but I've been wanting to do that one, and then I had a viewer actually ask, like, could you do these type of recs? And I was like, you know what? I don't have a reason to say no. I don't have a reason to say no because I had someone ask. And the video that I have to film today is my pegging recommendations. So that'll be coming later this week as well. But speaking of video recommendations, okay, see, I'm getting sidetracked. Something I've been wanting to make forever is a video recommendation form, because sometimes I ask for video recs and, you know, sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. So you should be able to go to the description of this video and see a Google form that says video rec form, if you want to check that out. I'm going to try to put it in the chat. I don't know. Nope, that's not right. I don't know if that'll work. But I just wanted to put that out there if anyone wants to suggest a video idea. Granted, like, a lot of times I have done a recommendation already that people ask for, but that's fine. Sometimes I need to update it. Sometimes they're a very specific rec video that I will then need to read some of those books before I can recommend them. Like, people ask for we're using a new term now, a why choose recommendation video, and I don't really read those. So I'm not the right person to do a rec video for that, you know, because I'm like, I'm not going to be the most knowledgeable about it if it's a why choose, you know. Hold on, let me pull this up again. Send. There we go. There we go. So I also put it in the chat if you would like to go to that and recommend something. Okay. Jesson is multitasking, audiobook. Love it. Mel's just saying hello. Wow. You've been working since 5:30. Holy crap. Oh, Tarini, I'm so glad you could join too. I try to do 1 or 2 a month where I recommend or where I pop on during the day. But so many people have been doing reading sprints lately, or stuff in the morning that I just haven't wanted to like compete for people's time or anything. So, but yeah, even as a STEM person, sometimes I don't like too much science. Right. Well, because I don't know, I feel like if you are in STEM, then maybe you're looking for where people are messing up, and then it'd be hard to get into the romance. I don't know. That's happened to me before, like when I've read certain books that had to do with like growing up on a farm and the way some people can get away without doing chores for days at a time. It makes me roll my eyes. Because I got to tell you, when I was just home visiting my family, and if you are a Patreon, you had access to a vlog I did when I was home. My dad has to be home twice a day, every day, because we don't have a neighbor who can help. And my mom, she's not going to help with the cow and those animals, you know. My mom will take care of the chickens, so that's about it. I'm nervous, V, but I'm excited. But I will dive in. I can't wait. Yeah, Morgan. I mean, that's great. I definitely read. I mean, I've shared this. Like, I don't necessarily pick books because they're diverse, but when I look back through the books I've read, I tend to find more diversity than I think that I do. Because there definitely is more diversity than Black heroes too. You know, like I've read some Middle Eastern and some Asian, and I even earlier this year had Hispanic too that I really enjoyed. So That definitely would be good. Monet is reading gay romance lately, and you were looking for a gay firefighter, and Hot had popped up. Oh, that's nice. I think you must have read Monet. I think you've read the Brooke Blaine trilogy. Brooke Blaine and Ella Frank, they have a gay firefighter trilogy too. Yeah, no, Twitter, or not Twitter, Book Talk decided we can't say RH anymore. They decided that. I have literally heard competing thoughts from people that are even within the group that could be harmed by it, if there's harm by it. And I've heard competing on that, and they're saying just say why choose, which, to be honest, I like saying why choose, because there are some RHs that like have all genders in them. You know, like I think of the Court of the Vampire Queen. She has women and men in her group anyway. So I don't mind saying it. It also just felt like, oh, it's another thing to jump on and attack when like there are authors that their entire catalog, like that's what they write. And now they're having to scramble to rename everything. And some authors don't have the money to just change it. And some authors are with publishers who just can't do it. So anyway, I don't mind saying RHB, or I mean, why choose? I'll have to get used to it. But again, I think it makes more sense anyway to say why choose than RH anyway. But from the history of it, I've seen RH came from like, was it manga or it came from like another culture culturally appropriating it anyway. And so that's why it gets all tangled. But like, honestly, I don't really read that anyway. You know, I've only read a couple that I even cared about. Otherwise, I don't read past a menage anyway. Should do them more often. I mean, I do. I think about it a lot, but again, I feel like someone's doing it every night of the week, you know? So someone's always got it going on. And also, since I found out that unless you get the paid version of StreamYard, you can only stream for 12 hours a month for free. And I do have like specific live shows that I have to do. And so I don't want to use up all of my hours, because I'm not going to pay for the full version of StreamYard. It is a big chunk, because it's, you know, they expect you to be using it for your business or whatever. And like, I mean, unless I'm making a lot more money a month than I can't pay for this monthly. So I only get 12 hours that I get to do for free. So I have to not use those up. Like I'm going to be getting close this month because of the readathon. I had a lot of hours that I did already. So, well, I don't like book talk, so that makes sense by a It has its good and bad. There are parts of Booktube that are toxic too. We just try to stay away from it, Jessen. You know, we purposely extract ourselves from the toxicity, but Booktube definitely has it too. IDKY saying why choose makes me think negatively of the heroine, like she's stringing them along. I mean, I don't know. I can understand that. There are some authors who like, they called menage why choose. Because to me, when a relationship is an MFM, it is kind of a why choose, because they're not all together. You know, whereas like polyamory, when we have sword crossing, we have everyone together. That is like a relationship to me. Whereas when she doesn't have to pick, like that is a why choose then, because she just gets to have everything, you know? I don't know. Riley, hi. I just don't want people to start calling RH poly, because I consider poly a specific thing. Yes. No. Riley, I agree with you. And I think that's what I was explaining, right? Like, polyamorous where we're like all together and we're in a committed relationship together is different than an RH where, you know, the other dudes maybe wouldn't be in a relationship with other men except for the woman there. I don't know, whatever. The thing is like, I don't want to debate it, and people say something hurts them, and I don't know. But I agree with you, Riley. And there was that went through TikTok too. They're like, don't just start calling it polyamorous because there's a difference. And then I'm like, why did we have to mess with what it was? Like, I don't know, because what it comes from the history, like, and according to someone who actually studies Arabic and studies the culture, I watched quite a few videos from people like that. It actually was like an empowering thing to be an RH because there was women forced into harems who didn't have a choice. And there was child brides connected with that. And it was very negative. And then there was this twist of a reverse harem where a woman was getting to be like the power, you know, like it was this like mind fuck of being like, oh, look it. So I don't know. I'm not enough to get into that. I'm terrified of saying anything negative on there because of the toxic positivity is wild. Yeah, you can't say anything negative. But then some people, all they do is get negative. Like, I'm using TikTok because I know it helps the authors that I talk about. So if you tune into my TikTok, I maybe do a rant about Bridgerton once in a while. I maybe say something about Outlander. But that's usually about the TV side of things, right? If I'm talking about a book on there, I'm praising a book. You know, like I'm going to choose to keep it that way. The same way that on my Booktube channel, I stay 95% positive. You know, I need to be doing my makeup while we're talking about this. Just realize that I'm 15 minutes in and haven't even touched that. Anyway, I want to keep it positive, but TikTok rewards the people who throw shade, you know? My friends who've had certain videos go like semi-viral, it's when they're being negative. And they're not even like a negative person, but that's how, like, if you're getting rewarded for being that way, then people are going to do it more. Okay, right. I was going to show off some clothes first, and then I'm doing my makeup. I got sidetracked. Go ahead, throw up some questions, do whatever, because I'll do some Q&A stuff while I'm doing makeup. But, okay, so like I said, if you missed this before, I've shopped at Maurice's for like 10 years. I worked at Maurice's for 4.5 years from when I was in college until I moved here, actually. When I first moved to Fargo, I was a manager. And their clothes have fit me my entire body size when I was much more plus size, and now when I don't necessarily have to even wear plus size anymore, which is pretty cool. And I love their clothes because they are reasonably priced as well. So anyway, this isn't an ad for them, but it kind of is. So I went there the other day because I was looking for a dress for the after party at Wanderlust. And I didn't find a dress that I wanted, but I did find some cute stuff. And they have these new, they have the best like workout / leisure wear. And I found these tops, and I literally bought 3 of them. And I'm wearing one right now. So it's actually, I put a denim over it. So it's this like, I don't know if I can show you. This is my favorite thing. So it's like almost a crop top. And then it looks like this. But it's like triple walled. So you can wear this like if you're not overly busty, which I'm actually not overly busty, you can basically wear it without anything underneath it. So it's like seriously like so supportive. So I've been wearing this. And I literally bought 3 of them. Like here's one of the black ones. And it's like super thick. It's also like there's no like tags on it or anything anywhere either to worry about. So I literally bought 4 of them. I love it. And then the other thing they had, which I only bought 1 because I wanted to make sure I liked it. I'm going to go online right now and order every color they have. So You know how some of us like to wear like the off the shoulder sweaters or shirts? Like there was the cut shirt club that like Bree and Crystal started. And I really like wearing those because they show off my tattoo. Um and I saw these sweaters that they had and I was like, "Oh my god." So they have these sweaters that are literally built to be an off the shoulder one. So you like put it on and it sits like this already. So it doesn't have the frayed edge. It doesn't have any of that. It's like a super thin sweater too. And it's amazing. I wore it all day yesterday. And what I did yesterday when I went to the gym is I wore the other black one that I had. So I wore this and then I had this over the top of it. It was amazing. Oh my god. I love it so much. So like these tops, oh shoot, the thing came off. I think these were like $22 and this is like $24. But like I have so many coupons for them, so I do it. But the thing is like if you are more chesty, you can still wear like a sports bra under this if you want. But like I've been wearing these for the last like 3 days and they're all I've been wearing because they're so comfortable. I need to put on like real tops today but anyway, you like put this on and it'll be like an off the shoulder without being like it's made to be that way instead of you cutting the shirt to be that way. Anyway, I just wanted to show off. I never show off clothes or anything because it's weird, but also like I would never really wear this bare because after losing so much weight, girl doesn't really want to show this off, but I'm proud of it because I've put a lot of muscle into there. Where's Crystal? I'm showing off my guns anyway. What am I doing? This is a weird live show this morning. So anyway, I just want to show this off because I just like it. So I'm going to look back at what people are saying. Hi, Mackie. Good morning. Riley said, I'm still mad over Book Talk deciding they won't read romance unless it has a street cover. Oh my gosh, this is what I think of that. Do I like some discreet covers? Well, I'm going the wrong way. Do I like some discreet covers they've made? Yes, I do. But I don't know. It bothers me that when a book comes out, they automatically have to release both. Like, how many people actually buy all of the books either? And to say, like, that one person who made a video about, like, Barnes & Noble's not going to stock your book if it has this on it in the front. And I was like, have you been into Barnes & Noble? I think you're talking out of your ass because Barnes & Noble, they've always had that in there. They have. They've always had it in their romance section. It's stupid. I honestly don't like some things. Yeah. Well, and that's what I said. Like, the only thing I can do is I know that it helps authors. I know that some of the indie pubs I work with and like publishers, they like want me to have a presence on TikTok. So I do, like I have it. I have like 2,200 followers and I've been trying to post at least weekly for it so that I can keep up on it. But like, I just don't have the energy to expend when I have pegging videos to make. Okay? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Thanks, Candace. Sorry that I'm being all weird. Showing off clothes. I'm more likely to buy a spicy cover than discreet. Yeah. Nope. I love it. I like saying alternate cover. If they would say that, like, cool. There are some books I wish had an alternate cover. Like, I don't want to start anything. I wish Pen Pal immediately had an alternate cover. I'm just saying. Pen Pal should have more of a thriller cover than a hunky man cover. And I think that would have set like a change with it, But also, so the like alternate cover that I always go the wrong way. The alternate cover that JT did for Ruthless Creatures, like it doesn't have a man on the cover, but I also don't feel like it's hiding what the book is either. Like showing like fists with tattoos. Like I know what it is, but See, I'm catching up to everyone. Thanks, you guys. Thanks. My arms are just always going to be, I know I'm not the only one. Anybody who's lost weight, you're going to have it in your arms. You just are. But I put a lot of muscle on under these. Like, I do my arms a lot. So I'm strong. I'm Lady Hulk. That's what I am. I'm Lady Hulk. All right, everybody. Trying to see if there's anything. I don't know what some of this is. Okay. Now I'm going to start my makeup. I also want to say something that thank you, everybody, for your kind and thoughtful responses on my weekly wrap-up from last week. I would like to say that I was like nervous or, worried, but I also was pretty upset about a certain book. And I was like, you know what? I'm sharing my feelings because I know I'm not the only one. I thought I was respectful in my video, which I tried to be, which you guys agreed, obviously. You were very kind. But also I cut a lot out of that because I did go on quite a rant more than what I even put in the video because I was just, going back to the positivity of stuff. Like, y'all know I don't judge anyone for anything you want to read, right? For Christ's sake, I'm about to film a pegging video today. I filmed a somnophilia recommendations. I'm not going to judge anyone. So when I read a book by an author who claims to be a safe space for everyone, and then I feel like, oh, it's only a safe space for the people you deem it to be a safe space for, it grinds my gears a little bit, okay? I'm using the Urban Decay one again today. So anyway, I don't want to get into the debate about it. You can go watch that wrap up if you want to see what I'm talking about. But I just wanted to thank you guys because I got a lot of personal messages. And as well as on the video, everyone. And people who don't agree with me at all about my personal beliefs, who still agreed with my sentiments in the video. It's okay, Riley. I mean, I'm not like hiding it, but it actually was about the Kraken sacrifice. So that's the one I'm talking about. If you want to go look at the video, just look up what I had to say about the Kraken sacrifice, which, by the way, does not have a discreet cover. It has a beautiful cover, which is part of the reason why I was very excited to read it. But I don't know how much more of my money I'm going to be giving to Katie Robert anymore. So, but all right, let's do some Q&A or Rex or anything. I'm going to try to have my makeup done in the next 15 minutes. We'll see how distracted I get. And then we're going to do some reading sprints because we're going to be 45 minutes in before we've even started. But I'm going to be putting this on. And if you have some questions or you want me to talk about something, let me know. But then we'll do reading sprints and get through this gorgeous book because I'm going to do it. Also, for anyone new who showed up, I'll reshare this again. I created a new video recommendation form, so you can go check that out. Oh, we have a couple people who threw stuff in. Nice. I've been wanting to make one of these for a while, so I did. Yep, put it in the form, Morgan. Put it in the form. Can you not do multiples? You should be able to do multiples. Did it only let you do one? Or are you asking for that right now? You're asking for that right now? Oh, dang. MMF Rex. Well, I mean, I think that's tough, Morgan. I feel like I recommend those as soon as I get them. Because obviously give me more, but you probably read that one. One of them that I was reminded about, it's actually going to be in my pegging recommendations. Rebecca Weatherspoon has one. Is it Safe Harbor? I don't know. It's the last one in that series. You mean for right now? Okay. And then Breaking Out by Samantha Whalen. That's a bit of an older one, but that is an MMF. That's just like, it's very spicy, but it's also very cute. Like, it was really cute. Some MM Rex. Have you read any of Onley James yet? I don't know if you have, Morgan. You should check that out. I felt that Electric Idol was censored by the publishers. It was too tame for the God of Erotic Love. Oh, I don't think that it was. Katie Robert has said like her like editor has had her add sex scenes into those books. But they're not like the same. I mean, I think the thing is like there's actually more story to the Dark Olympus books. I mean, like they're my favorite ones that she does besides like her Wicked Villain series. I like those. But I actually liked that they were a little more on the story instead of just like we're going to bang every 5 seconds. But I mean, Katie Robert is the queen of banging as the plot. I mean, that's something that I used to love about her. Which, by the way, the Kraken Sacrifice was not a banging as the plot. Yeah, I've been wanting to read that Chloe Lease. I got an arc for her, The Two Wrongs Don't Make a Right or something. I was kind of surprised I got an arc for that one because I got refused for the arc of the MM, even though I'd reviewed the previous 2 Chloe Leases I'd gotten arcs of, but then I didn't get an arc for Everything for You, which was weird. But then I did get an arc for the one that's going to be traditionally published. So I don't understand how that shit works. You know what I mean? It's strange. Okay. Shall we do the eyebrows today? I still have my, these are the ones by Millie Bobby Brown. I got it. So this is the eyebrow wax, which I don't really use very often. And then this is the brown color. Yes, absolutely recommend. I'm super nervous about Seraph. Yeah. Nope, absolutely. Absolutely. I am really excited that I made a nuisance of myself to Kate C. Wells, and I'm going to get an arc of Nikki the driver. Because I so have time for another arc, especially when the book is coming out in only like 2 weeks. But I was like, hey, so I think I missed your arc form somewhere, but can I please have this? And she's like, sure, just send me your email address. And I was like, thank you, queen. So I'm very excited to read that. Hold on, I gotta pick this up. Yeah, I really like Albie, I really like these because so it has one of these like triangle shaped ones. And I like it because it's It's not super pigmented because, like, I don't need to do a lot to my eyebrows. Like, I have pretty good shape and they're already pretty dark. So I just kind of need to even them out. And this works well for that. Yes to the Lily Mayne series. I recently read Mortal Skin and Forgotten Vows. Oh, yes, I have those, Daniela. I'm like waiting for the third one to be out too, because I know those ones are all about the same couple. So I'm waiting. Are you planning on reading Heartbreaker by Sarah MacLean? I haven't started the House Bell series because I haven't heard much, or maybe just missed it. So, oops, sorry. Can't talk and shape at the same time. I will probably get to it. I didn't read the first one yet. I have both of them. From the reviews I've heard, I don't know if I'd like the first one, but I do think I'd like the second one. Crystal just said it's one of her favorite books of the year. Although she does love Sarah MacLean more than me, but I'm definitely willing to read it. It's not at the top of my list type of thing, but I'm not like avoiding it. It's just got a lot going on, right? All right, eyebrows are done. I still need to read Mafia Madman, and I'm stoked about Nikki the Driver. Yes. Mafia Madman was fantastic. Would you do any romance narrator interviews? I absolutely would. Yep, absolutely would. I've been working up to it, honestly. I'm only just getting my sorry, I just went blank for a second. Where did this get posted, Alana? Tell me, because I saw the post where she asked for questions to ask Troy, but then I never saw where the interview went. Did you post it in her Facebook group? Because you need to tell me. I was watching Charles's interview with Troy, but Charles asked very good, like, businessy questions, and I was like, come on, I want the good stuff. But I would absolutely do these. I would really, really love to interview Kai and Wen. And I would also really love to interview, I would love to interview Troy. I would love to interview Shane East. I would die, but I would love it. So, yeah. I have not read that book. Put it in my book rec form, Monet. Put it in my book rec form. My copies of Valley Hazelwood and Heartbreaker are out for delivery. Love it. My copy of Between Despair and Hope is out for delivery, and I'm dying. I decided to save Mafia Madman for the Taboo read-along next month. Oh, yeah. I saw they were doing that. On his Facebook. Oh, dang. Okay, I will go find it. I do want to hear about how they feel about narrating spicy scenes. Oh, yeah. Kai and Wen are just like... I listened to an interview with them on Audibly Addicted, which, if you don't know, is a podcast with Audible narrators or audiobook narrators on it. And I freaking love it. I haven't listened to it in a little while because they weren't putting out them all the time. So love it. JT was giving off tipsy, flirty vibes. I love that. She is such a goofy girl. I love her. I love her so much. She's so funny. Like, if you ever have the pleasure messaging her, like, she acts like her characters are really real. So I made a joke about, I wish that Declan was real. And she's like, he'd be very offended to hear you say that. And I was like, that's so funny. But she's dead serious about it. I love it. Between Despair and Hope is on my porch. Oh, jealous. I can't wait for it. Okay. I gotta put this on. 1 second. You know, 40 minutes in, Jen. Come on. That's okay. We're going to be on here for a while because, like I said, I'm staying until I finish that book. So I'm not in a hurry. I just am like, all right, there's the first layer. I used Curl Bounce by Maybelline for the first layer. Okay. Do you have a rec for someone who wants to try Untouchable but wants something lighter first? Athena, I don't really, because any that's going to be a lesser version of that, like any book that's going to compare to that, it still has to have the hero raping the heroine. Like, that's what happens. So I don't really have a rec where you can take a step down from that to start it. I mean, you can check out my rec videos for consensual non-consent, or I do have some that are for non-consensual recs as well, if you check my dark romance list. But I mean, it's just hard to say what would be lighter for, like, what would be lighter for, like, it's rape and she ends up with that person. You know what I mean? Like, that is a certain sect of book that there's not a way to like take a step down. But there are like captives that I think would be close with that, but they're just, I don't really know how you take a step down from it. You know what I mean? Because anything that's going to have rape between the characters, like, that is going to have that in it. You know, like, there's no way to like work you up to that. Because I honestly think that Untouchable is a lighter version of some others that I've read. Because Carter, he's not a full psychopath. He's an 18-year-old kid at the end of the day. Like, he's a bad one at the start. You know? Like, I think Untouchable is lighter than others I've read. Even others that Sam Mariano has done. Because even If It Hurts and Descent, those are both darker than that. I should order the second one because I want to try to take Monstrous slow. Oh, you're talking to her. Taboo Readathon, need to check that out. Yeah, they're going to be doing that. I mean, so the way I would put this in perspective too is that Untouchable was the first time I'd read what happens in that book. So I know that I talk about it like it's the darkest book there, but like it's not. I don't know another way to say that. Like, it was the first one I read. So it made the impression of being the darkest one I'd read, but it's only because it was first. I've read way darker scenarios than that, and I've read them done worse, and I've read them done well. Untouchable, I kind of just fell into that. Like, I didn't know what it was. My best friend had been trying to get me to read it forever. And I did. And I was like, what the fuck did you give me? And she's like, just keep reading. Just keep reading. And I was angry. I'm like, fine, I'm going to keep reading. And then I'm going to bitch about this book. And then I got to a certain place and I was like, wow, this had a lot more to it. So, yeah. I don't have recs for where you start before Untouchable because it was my first one that had straight up assault in it like that. And then I found books that compared to it later on. You maybe could try Start a Fire by Jay Wolf. That is less. Can I easily grab that? I can't easily grab that. That is one where Sebastian isn't as crazy. There is a non-consensual first thing between them, but he's a softer boy. Like, he's not a psychopath. Sebastian isn't a psychopath. So maybe I could wreck that. I could try that. Still think about it daily. I know, man. Yeah, it definitely is lighter. Calvin is awful. Have you read Pageant by Lilith Vincent? So I don't know if I will, because I'm pretty sure that's a Mafia Why Choose, right? That's a Mafia Why Choose, and there's no sword crossing. Is that correct? I know Tiffany's read a couple of them. I have to read a couple other things because you read Still Beating. Still Beating is a good one. I liked Untouchable, read it because of your recommendations, and really just go with an open mind. Yeah, that's exactly it. You can't, you just gotta read it. Yes. Yeah, and that's what I thought. I don't believe that I will read Pageant because Tiffany's told me that I probably wouldn't like it. I don't really read Why Choose. I've only ever been happy with a couple of Catherine Moons and then like The Court of the Vampire Queen. And that's about it. So, haven't done it. Yeah. See, my friends know me. Okay, I'm almost done here. So, we're going to start reading sprints in just a couple minutes. I just need to do a touch up and then put on my lipstick. And then we're going to do some reading sprints. Yes. There's no sword crossing, but they have a great bromance. So that's great. But I don't necessarily want to read one where they're just high-fiving over the lady. You know what I mean? That has no appeal to me at all. Mm-hmm. Hey, Carrie. Good morning or afternoon, wherever you are. It also wasn't that great. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard mixed things because I'm pretty sure that I know who that author is because I'm pretty sure it's a pen name. So we'll see. But anyway, well, I am going to have us start reading here. So tell me what you guys are going to read or do. Are you going to leave now because you just wanted to listen? Tell me what everyone's going to do for the next. We're going to do a 40-minute one. Ooh. Yeah, Lexi, it'll be interesting. I have no idea what you'll think because I feel like we don't always have the same opinions. It'll be good. Drowning Aaron, like it. All right. Gonna read The Rebel. Love it. So excited. I just finished Pen Pal, so looking for something. Love it. You need to finish the Big Peen video. Love it. You're reading Kingdom of Ash. Love it. All right. Well, this time I did a ticker for this. Oops. I need to edit that. Not until PM. We're going to read for 12 hours. So we're going to go until 11:30. Let's see. You're starting Love on the Brain. Love it. Need to finish the Big Peen video too. Working at the office. So I might do work sprints. Love it. Gonna pick up Chain of Gold. Cool. Alrighty. Well, let us go ahead. I'm going to give you guys a progress update after each of these two. So I'm on page 253. Gonna try to do like 50 pages, I think, and see where we end up. You're gonna read Mercy this weekend. Oh, that's right. You're reading Melissa and the Vicar. I love that. And you're reading Broken Bow. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to go put this stuff back in the bathroom, and then I'll be back to sit with you guys and sprint here. So Let's do it. All right. Well, I just realized I wasn't muted the whole time because when I came back in, so sorry if I was making weird noises or anything. But yeah. Anyway, how did everybody do? I read almost 50 pages. We're getting there. I have 90 to go. I have this much left. Hopefully I can focus more on the next one. So, we're getting there. I should have put Makai on my big dick list. Didn't know that. I didn't think about it, but he definitely fits. He definitely fits. So I had that one in there. Oh, you had to go to the dentist. Well, that's no fun, but also important. Just finished reading Pen Pal 2 days ago. Yeah, I mean, I won't be forgetting that one anytime soon. Pretty intense. Listening to some Fallen Jester. Yeah. I have 2 more of her books in my Audible. I need to get to those. Oh. My neck. Did anybody do join us? What's everybody reading? If you did join while I was reading, first we did some just hanging out while I did my makeup. And now we're doing reading sprints until I finish this book because I have to get it done. I've been putting it off. And not because I didn't want to read it, because I've already read it and I liked it, but because I've been bad at focusing on shit lately. So I don't know if I have that turned on, Daniela. I know that's an option you can do when you are streaming from YouTube. I think. So that's something, or no, maybe you can. I think you just click on the little show support for the book refuge. It's like, in the chat box, there's the reaction, the show your support, and the create a poll. And then there's like an option to do that. So that's cool. That's nice of you, by the way, if you end up doing that. I think so anyway. You're listening to Counselor by Cecilia Aaron. Yes. I know she's going to Wanderlust. I ordered a few more books for people going there. I ordered some of Gwen McNamee because I believe she has a series that's about pirates in the Great Lakes. I think that's what it is. I tried reading one of the books at one point, but I never did. And then I also bought some of AJ Jackson, even though I've only read one of hers and I didn't love it. But I figured I'll buy some of them from there. And then if I end up not liking them, I'll just, resell them or something. So just started Phoebe. Oh, I hope you love that. I wish there was an audiobook for Phoebe. I wish SM Violet did audiobooks for books besides her traditionally published ones, because I think more people would read them then. I finished my work today, but I still have to wait 30 minutes. Oh. But yeah. Who else? I ordered books from one other author going to Wanderlust too. Oops, who's that? Oh, of course. It's my papa. My papa just tried to call me. He's so sweet. He probably wants to talk about the cows. That's usually what he wants to do. I'll message him. Tell him I'm on a live show, Dad. My papa. Oh, well, there's Melissa. Look who is a new member today. Hello, Melissa. Welcome. We love it. Ooh, it hid your message, Marianne. What's that about? I just had to approve it. See what happened. Were you saying spicy things? Let's see what it does. Now it's not uploading stuff. It's making weird things. Oh, you dropped the F-bomb. I love it. I approved it, and then I don't know where it went. But I think it did that because I had to turn, like, I normally don't block any words, but I've been getting those, like, sex spammers lately. So I did have to block words, but it's lame because I don't mind if you use the P word. You said you're in a broken vow. You adore Sophie Lark, that she doesn't fuck around getting into the story. Like there's no pussyfooting around. Yeah, you used the word pussy. Shame on you. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. You know that I don't care. But yeah, I had to block words because the spammers found us. Otherwise, I would let y'all say whatever you want because I don't care. But I just had to approve your naughty language. Daniela said she didn't know how to do it. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know how to do a tutorial for that stuff. I will have to see because I've never like had anyone try to do it before. So I don't know. But you're amazing. Thanks for being around for so long and for being nice. Yes, you should. You should. Consider yourself suitably chastised. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. It's only because of the sex spammers. They've been crazy lately. I don't know if they like just hit me because like, I don't know, I've hit a certain threshold or because my videos are like, I mean, some are considered sexual in nature. I don't know, but on the last couple live shows, they've been spamming it. So I went into my settings and like blocked certain words. So anyway. All right, Morgan asks, which book cons will be going to next year? You just got the Polycon tickets. That's awesome. So if I like Wanderlust, I'm going to go to that one again because they're like pretty small and not that expensive. And I'm excited to go to that one. And I am planning to get tickets for Book Bonanza. If I can get them, I'm planning to go to that. And since it's in like, I'm planning to go and then some of my friends were planning to stay like an extra day or whatever. So that's what I'm trying to go to. I have like part of the reason that I've been selling books on Mercari lately, which some people are upset about, but I'm like, I never would sell books people gave me as a gift. You know what I mean? But I have a lot of books that I've spent a lot of money on. And I'm using my sales of that to pay for book cons because doing this full time, I'm so thankful I can pay my bills and eat, but I don't have like extra capital for, taking a trip that costs $1,000, between flying and the hotel and the tickets and then whatever books I want to buy. Your girl buys a lot of books. So I've been able to sell some of those. And I'm going to have enough money to go to Book Bonanza with my friends. Book Bonanza. And for my 30th birthday, which is in March, my sister and I are going back to Universal Studios. And we went there for her 30th birthday, which was 4.5 years ago. And we're going to go for mine. And we found a package and it's like reselling my books. I almost have enough for that trip too. Hopefully we don't want to buy that. So anyway, no, I agree, Daniela. I agree. And I understand, like I was just on, cause I have some stuff on eBay too. And like there's 3 different copies of Birthday Girl on there. The cheapest one is $750, right? Like you see that and it's like, wow, that is so much. But the books wouldn't be able to sell for that much if people weren't buying them for that much. Which is something that I would say. But also like I have a lot of books that have been given to me by followers, and like it's almost like getting a card, but it's like with a book. I just love that. So I would never do that. But yeah, I have a lot of fucking books, y'all. I have over 2,000, and I am in a 1-bedroom apartment. And anyway, I'm not justifying it. I'm just explaining my like I don't have to justify it, but it's been good. I've been able to offload a lot. I even have like I have more packages to go out today. So that's been good because I'm going to use those book money to go visit bookish friends and buy more books. So that's my reasoning for it. And I'm not sorry about it. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the fact that I used to keep track of how much I spent on books every year. And I don't keep track anymore because I don't want to know. But in like 2020, you know, with being stuck at home, I probably spent $4,500 on books, $4,500, like so much money on books. But it's my only hobby. Like I say, people want to talk about consumerism, and I'm like, yeah, but I buy mostly indie books. I'm supporting people who are, you know, who are creating what I love. Anyway, this went down a sidetrack rabbit hole. But anyway, sounds like a fun sister. It is. She's a great kind of person where, I mean, my sister's a great person anyway, where like, so her oldest child is going to be 8 this year, but my sister's like, I'm not spending that much money to take my kids to Universal until they can, all of them, fully enjoy the amount of money that we'd spend. So she's like, but I'm going to go with my sister. We're going to go on trips and shit. So I'm pretty excited about it because when we went the last time, it was a lot of fun. It was, but I was also 80 pounds heavier. So my feet, I mean, your feet are going to hurt no matter what because you're walking. Like my friends just went to Disney and Universal and they said that within a week, they'd done about 80 miles on foot in the week they were there. So your feet are going to hurt no matter what. But I was 80 pounds heavier and my feet were killing me. So to be going back like 5 years later for my 30th birthday and to feel so much healthier, like I'm so excited to go again. It's going to be great. So I can't wait. Fine, Universal, you live close and haven't gone. I mean, I totally understand that. I don't want to know how much I spent either. Yeah, girl. I love that. That's not a bad hobby. I don't think you need any justification. I mean, I agree. Like, there's some people when I was in like, I don't know, when I first started Booktube, you know, I was buying all these books I wanted to try and people were being so like judgy about how much books people bought. And I'm like, I know you want to encourage people to use the library, and the library is a wonderful resource. Absolutely. But you're also supporting authors when you straight up buy their books. You know what I mean? I don't know where their justification for that comes from, that you need to not spend so much on books because of consumerism. And I'm like, maybe you feel that way because you're buying from like major publishers, like if that's what they're saying. But either way, I'm supporting the art that I love. And the art that I love is smutty ass books. So I'm going to keep buying those and people can just shove it. And when I get too many of them, I'm going to sell some of them so I can buy more of them. That's how it works. It's a cycle of life. Okay. Could be drugs, I tell myself. Yep. Nope. Absolutely. My dad even says that to me. Like legit. My dad's like, you could have liked a lot worse things. So I have been very good in not getting extra copies of the same book, but that's just because I don't have space to keep them. Truth. It's kind of funny too, because like I said, I have over 2,000 books. In the past, like few weeks, I've picked about like 150 that I'm like selling, and there's some more that I'm going to do as well. And so my shelves, I have more room, but like it wouldn't look like it to anyone else. It looks like it to me because I know how many books I've gotten rid of. But I'm like, my shelves literally still look exactly the same amount, and I'm getting rid of so many books. But anyway, all right, we're going to do another sprint now. What's your say? In your case, you don't have any bookstores that have books in English, so your only option is Amazon. Yeah. I mean, oh my gosh, there's some other tea I was going to give you guys. Okay, I'm going to give you this tea, and then we're going to do a reading sprint about Amazon, because that's true. Like, we need to, if that's the only way you can get your book, that's the only way you can get it. Hi, Bree. Hello, gorgeous. I'm about to do another reading sprint, Bree, so you're like just in time for some productivity, but I was going to share some tea. So, okay, y'all know I love Anyplay, right? That is an app that they actually approached me last year. It was in the summer last year that they had an unlimited audiobook app, and they have a lot of romance. They also have bestsellers and all other genres, but they had a lot of historical romance specifically. And you can get them quarterly or monthly, and it's totally unlimited. Absolutely. There are definitely some quirks. The app has some issues, and like you can only go so fast. But they do legally license these books. Like, they pay, actually authors can only work with them if they like have a company that they do their books through. So like, they don't license like indie authors books unless the indie author has like an audiobook. There's a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes. I'm getting to the point. The point being, when I started looking into them, and they asked me to, talk about their app, I was like, well, how are the authors getting paid for this? And I'd seen some of Juliet cross some of her books that were owned by a publisher. They showed up, and I was like, are you getting paid for this? You're the one I can ask. And she asked her, like, the person who had them, and they had signed the deal with Anyplay. So yes, that is one of the issues. They don't go past 1.7 right now. That's why, like, I mostly use them for historicals, because with historicals, I listen at like 1.6, 1.7, but totally fair. Anyway, getting to the point. They have their quirks, but overall, like, I love them. There was some months where I was listening to 20, 30 books via Anyplay while I was working in the office still. I would listen all the time. So recently, people have been having more issues, and nobody could get in contact with them. Like, nobody could get in contact with their support. And so I have some friends, specifically one friend, who she had deleted the app off of her phone because she was clearing the cache. And when she went to go download it again, she couldn't find it. And she had reached out to their support, and no one was getting back to her. And so she's like, well, if I can't download the app again, I'm going to have to cancel my subscription. And I was like, well, absolutely. But I was like, I'm still able to use it. Well, here's what happened to them. Okay, so I don't know if you've noticed this or you've had issues. I started messaging them on all of their platforms that they have, which there was no new posts since December of 2021. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you're taking my money every quarter. What's going on, right? And I finally got an answer on my Instagram, because I posted on one of their posts, and I was like, so have you just ghosted us? Like, what's going on? I was getting a little bit like, I'm going to cancel. Like, you're taking our money and you're not helping anyone. So I finally got an answer. I'm pulling it up on my phone here. I finally got an answer from them. Oh, did they delete the one post? Let's see. Did I get rid of the screenshot? Oh, no. Wait. Okay. So they finally answered me on my Instagram, and this is what it said. They said, sorry for the lack of replies. We are working on getting the app back in the Play Store. Now, it is still on the Apple Store, by the way. So if you have an iPhone, you maybe didn't even notice this. Whatever. Audible incorrectly filed an infringement complaint, and Google therefore suspended the app without prior notice. This is very upsetting, since Anyplay has licensed all the audiobooks that are available in the service. Unfortunately, Google listens to Audible, and we are a much smaller company with less resources. So we thank you for your patience while we work on this. I'm sorry for the lack of replies. Please send any questions you have here, and we'll be happy to answer. So if you do need to get in contact with them, make sure to do it over over their Instagram, like message them there. So basically what happened is Amazon, they decided to put a claim, and Google immediately listens to them because they don't want to piss off Amazon, even though every single audiobook, every book, the authors are getting paid for it and it is licensed. And that's also why you'll notice some books on AnyPlay that say will be available and then like they're not available. And it's because they had to pause using the book because Audible is fucking with them. And Google, of course, just immediately struck them out of the store. And because this company is so small, and they're also not based like in the US, I don't know if you ever noticed that. Like, I think they're based in like Sweden or something like that. So they're basically being held captive out of the app store. And that's why there hasn't been any new updates and there hasn't been any of that. So if you have it downloaded on your phone, it should still work. Like, I've still been using it. Do not take it off because you won't be able to get it back, but you're still going to be able to use if you have it already downloaded. There just won't be any updates until they're able to fix this, because Amazon has the monopoly on it, even though they're not, like, it's not like they're stealing. They've paid to have those audiobooks there. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know. So I'd responded back and I was like, that's horrible. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Let us know, when you update it. And they were like, we're working with publishers to prove our rights, but Google is very slow. So the process takes a lot of time. And in the meantime, users are getting hurt and annoyed. So once again, thanks for the support. So I understand absolutely if anyone has to like cancel in the meantime, because they're like, it's not giving me what I want. I need to do that. But the more of us who just stay faithful to AnyPlay, they're then going to have the resources to get this fixed, because if everyone pulls their subscriptions because they're unhappy, they won't have the money to fight this. And then Amazon wins, it just sucks because like they provide a great service. Like, I know things aren't like perfect with it, but that's why I've always stuck by them, because they were a small company and they have, they truly were unlimited. Where Scribd isn't, it would lock you out. Where like your library, you'd have to wait. On AnyPlay, you literally have it unlimited. So if you're able to listen at a 1.7 at max, it's pretty perfect. Like, it literally is amazing, So anyway, it's frustrating. So that's what happened. Amazon loves to have the monopoly. Oh, absolutely. Well, and they couldn't make their unlimited stuff really work, right? I mean, they do still have Audible Plus, and I've found a few things on there I want to listen to. Like, I find it, but they couldn't keep their authors happy because they do like the part share. Whereas like AnyPlay, I think, just like paid a flat fee to have books for like a certain amount of time, right? So they're not, they don't have it where the authors are putting their books in for no return. It's the same way with like KU, like there's a pot people get paid out of. So it could be eventually that KU goes under too, because it only pays the best to like the authors who like do the best, whereas authors who maybe don't, like, they're getting a smaller chunk out of a pie. Obviously KU works very good for some authors. Absolutely love it as a reader, but I know as like an author there are major downsides to that, because Amazon can take as much as they want, and what are you going to do, because they have the market. So anyway, I wanted to give that explanation for them, because one thing like AnyPlay doesn't do great with getting that out there. Like they don't share that info about what's happening to them. And that's what I would be doing. Like, I would be doing it. I would shame Amazon into stopping that. And they don't have like the reach to do that. But that's what I would be doing. Like, they haven't posted since December. Post something. Post something and say, we're sorry you're unhappy. This is what's happening. We're using your money to fight this and to get this, like, say that. Because us as people who want to support the little guy, there'd be people signing up for that who couldn't, there'd be people donating money to that, and not expecting anything. So anyway, big companies are always going to smash. Yeah. Yep. I had Audible and hated it because I was spending more money than I found. Yeah. Legally, I think any place. I mean, there's no think. Like, they are in the right. They are in the right. They paid to share the audiobooks. They're not stealing. They're doing what they are offering the service they said they would offer, and they're not stealing from anyone. They're not hurting anyone. It's Amazon's fault if they don't, if they're going to add it to their contract that you can only have your book exclusive with us. That's one thing, but I'm pretty sure that's only it if you're on KU. Amazon and their nonsensical copyright. Oh, exactly. All right, we're going to get back to a reading sprint. I'm just catching up on some of this. I use Storytel, which is a Swedish company. They're like Anyplay. Subscription gives unlimited audiobooks, and their max is 2x. How much are they? Yep, but Shannon, Scribd is not unlimited. Like, it's not. The most you can listen to is, I think I've gotten stopped after like 3 or 4 in a row. And like Anyplay is literally unlimited. You can listen to 100 audiobooks a month if you want. If people only listen to 2 or 3 audiobooks a month, sure, Scribd is great. It's fine. It has a good library to choose from. But Anyplay is literally unlimited. There's no caveats besides if you only want to listen up to 1.7. Like, I get that. But yeah, there's literally nothing. There's no caveat to be like, oh, we're going to cap you out at this or whatever, Okay, we're going to do another reading sprint because I need to finish this book. We're going to do another 40-minute one because hopefully I can get through the last 80 pages that I have in 40 minutes. We'll see. What else do people say? Scribd is unlimited until it doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah, Scribd is awful compared to Anyplay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't. Okay. Well, Shannon, that's a great alternative. Yeah. If you're using it for the ebooks. I mean, the audiobooks are expensive. I understand why not every author can have them for cheaper or whatever, but yeah. Streaming services that do unlimited audiobooks, they are amazing because yes, if you're using it for ebooks, that's great. And I'm glad that it does that. That could be a great alternative for KU if you're doing that. But for audiobooks, I can listen to maybe 3 or 4. And that's about it. So, okay, I'm going to mute again. I'm going to try to finish LifeBlood in this sprint because then I'll need to film. But we're going to get through this first. So, let's do it. Hello. Coming back a couple minutes early because I finished it. And now I'll just have to take this book and the notes that I put in it and copy it into these two. But that won't be as difficult. Wow. She like changed the formatting. I wonder if they still have the same amount of pages. Oh no. They have different page counts now. That's going to be a pain. I mean, I get why she maybe wanted to change the formatting because this was her first book. But what I do when I transfer my notes is I just line them up next to each other. And sorry, I'm sitting down and I go page by page and add my notes. And if these are off by like 2 pages the whole time, that's going to be a pain. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. The words are still the same, so it's good. So then the only book I have left to annotate is I have to do Wolf Gone Wild. But I don't have to do that one today. This one I needed to finish today. You know, my beautiful art. So pretty. Love it. Because I already have Ivan annotated. I annotated that a while ago, so I'll just do that over. So there we go. Well, thank you guys for coming to hang out. Did you get some stuff done? This was a good way to spend the morning. I would have taken way longer to get it done if I wasn't hanging out with you guys. And we've been together for 2.5 hours, so I just get too distracted, guys. I just get too distracted. But it was good. It was good stuff. So yeah, don't forget if you have any video recommendations or requests. I put that book that I keep wanting to say book rec form. I do also have the book rec form down below, but I put that video rec form down there, and I'll probably have that in future videos going forward. See what we get from everybody. And then yeah, I think that's it. I need to go film now and then get into Love on the Brain. I did download the audiobook while we were talking, so I'll catch up to where I'm at and listen to that, and should still be able to finish that today. And then I'm going to go back into this audiobook because I love it so much. Seriously, it's so cool. I don't even care. Like, those of you who've, like, this book, look, there's literally, like, comic stuff in here. And there's, like, she did, like, drawings in here and stuff. And then there's these, like, field reports and everything. Where's a battle? Let me see if I have a picture from a battle. Ooh. Like, look at this. When you're in the audiobook, this will sound like it's all happening at the same time. So there's different people yelling, fire, fire. Get some, you motherfucker. Like, all these things will be being said at the same time. It's amazing. Anyway, I know I'm gushing about it, but re-listening to it, I did forget how much I love the love story of Katie and Ezra in the first one. And this one is technically, y'all, get ready for this. This one is a mafia forbidden romance. I totally forgot that. But Nick Malakov, him and his family live on this this spaceship in here, and they're like doing drug trade in here. And he falls for like the captain's daughter. I mean, it doesn't get to smut levels because it's YA, but the romance is pretty swoony. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm gushing about this YA books, but you've never listened to these audiobooks. I still stand by them. I'm going to be gushing about these on my next wrap up because I listened to Illuminate straight through. And Ezra and Katie are a second chance romance. Nick and Hannah, is it Hannah? I think her name is Hannah. They are yeah, like a forbidden romance, and their space, it's called a jump point. Like they're at like a wormhole that's used as like a jump point, and it gets attacked by the bad guys. And so literally they're like, where's a picture of that? They're like trying to stop them from killing everybody that's there. Here's a picture of this. And they all have to like work together. Oh, here it is. So like all of these bad guys take over their ship, and then throughout the book, like they start getting taken out. So this pops up like, this is how many people been of the bad guys. These are the bad guys. How many of them have been killed? And then the third book is like an enemies to lovers. The hero in that one is kind of one of the bad guys, and he falls for one of the women there. So anyway, the audiobooks are like, I've never read anything or listened to anything I liked quite as much as this until I've been listening to the ACOTAR graphic audios. That's how good these are. And it doesn't even matter to me that it's YA. It's still my favorite. Still my favorite. Like Illuminae, I was back in it and I was like, I don't want to do anything else. I just want to listen to these. And there's the crazy AI who is trying to save everyone, but is also like doesn't have a conscience because he's an AI, it is an AI. I love it. Okay, anyway, that's my gush about the Illuminae files. And if any of you have like kids, which I know a lot of you do, if you have like teens, because these would like if there's any, I mean, I think you'd be good like 13 and up, but I'd maybe go like 15 and up because there are some scary stuff in here. Like it gets a little scary in points. These would be great to listen to with your family. Like for real, I've listened to these with my sister and my best friend. Like we were on a road trip and I was like, I just want you to listen to this. So I started playing Illuminae for them, and we got home from the trip and we just sat in the car for like 30 minutes finishing a part, and we're like, we could move this inside. And she's like, shh, no, just keep going. They're captivating. So good. Anyway, totally do it, and it's family friendly, and it's a great time, and I just love them so much. And I forgot that because there's so much about these. I haven't listened to these since 2019 is when it says, and like Katie from the first book, her dad, Isaac, he's working on this jump hole place or whatever. And he doesn't know what's happened to his daughter and to his wife because there's spies, there's undercover people at this place that have been cutting all the communication. So they have no idea what's been going on until it all drops in their laps. So oh my God, it's amazing. Oh my. Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for coming by. And some people's comments on my big dick video have been hilarious. So I hope y'all loved it. I am going to go ahead and get my other video filmed and then dive into what I need to read. But thank you all for coming to hang out with me today, doing some productivity, and we'll do it again. Sorry, let me say this. I have a friend who has a 13-year-old and I keep searching for books for her. Yeah, highly recommend. The only, like I said, the only bits that it would just depend on the level of the kids is like there is some scary stuff because it's like live action. So there's some battle scenes but they do like bleep out all the cuss words. So like, people are cussing, but because these are like files, they'll have like redacted words. Let me see if I see one, which is kind of funny. So like you see this page, like all of these blank spots, when they're narrating it, they'll just say like what the living, and you'll hear like the first letter, but not what the word is. So it makes you feel like it's real edgy, but actually it's not. So anyway, all right, I'm really done now. I'm going to turn it off. I love you guys. Thanks for being there, and we'll talk another day. Bye.